Ourpiano is a big vibe, or they get them know steadily, heavily. We are getting lit. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Bias Football Takes. I am your humble host, all the way from Nigeria, the reigning, I don't say reigning champion, but do let me jinx it, but we are there. We're there. The owners of Ourpiano, we've rechristened Ourpiano to Ourpiano. We own Ourpiano now. And with me today is a Liverpool fan who happens to be a Nigerian. Sam, introduce yourself.
That's the deadest intro I've had. I'm back again. Back again.
He's back here. Today's will be an exciting episode. You know, Nigeria is on top at the moment. We are balling.
Okay.
Today's episode.
I hope it doesn't end in tears, but
enemies. Just hold on. Just hold it, please. Don't bring your Liverpool jinxing. On today's episode, we'll be discussing or reviewing the past games in the PL and AFCON, obviously. Then we'll be discussing Klopp leaving Liverpool. We are bringing this topic back again because we have a Liverpool fan in the house, a Klopp fan. So we want him to come and express himself, how he feels. Then we'll discuss Mbappe moving to Madrid and what it means to world football. And of course, the best episode or the best section of this episode, everything AFCON from A to Z. And in our usual fashion, in our usual manner, we'll end the show with the preview of upcoming games, both in AFCON and EPL. Mr. Sam.
How far, brother?
You guys lost to Arsenal. What a shame.
It is what it is, man.
Anyways, before we get into that, a quick rundown of the games. Everton, Tottenham, 2-2. That was an interesting game. Yeah. Brighton, Crystal Palace, 4-1. That was a little bit shocking. Burnley, Fulham, another one, crazy game, 2-2. Newcastle, Luton Town, 4-4, another crazy game. Sheffield United, Aston Villa, another crazy game, 5-0, Aston Villa winning that. Bournemouth, Nottingham Forest, a little bit anticlimactic, but 1-1. Chelsea Wolves, oh God, 4-2. Chelsea
that was a chaotic game.
Very chaotic. Then Manchester United, West Ham, a little bit anticlimactic, 3-0. No drama, just a straightforward win. Arsenal, Liverpool, oh man, Arsenal beating Liverpool 3-1. I didn't really expect this that much, but we'll talk about that later. Then Brentford, City. Brentford thought they're going to do a three winning streak, but Man City is too strong for them. 3-1. So let's start. Apart from the obvious Arsenal-Liverpool game, which game sticks out to you?
Well, I saw a couple. I saw the Everton Tottenham. I saw the Aston Villa Sheffield.
Mm-hmm.
But the result I would say that stood out the most to me was the Everton one, because I was very impressed with this guy. They drew the game, but I was very impressed with the Spurs centre back. I keep on messing his name up. Yeah, he was very, very impressive. Very quick, very sharp. I think he actually held that defense down by himself. To be honest, if he wasn't there, and these are all big ifs, and if Everton had a proper striker, I think Everton could have finished up that game, because they had so many opportunities. They understand, like, Sean Dyche is actually doing a good job because he understood that game. He understood what
Van der Veen.
No. As the coach of Everton is what I said. Sean Dyche.
Oh, Sean Dyche. Okay, so yeah. I thought I had Van Dijk. I'm like, but wait to wait.
No. But anyways, he understood the gameplay of Spurs, and he knew how high they would play, and he played to it. He played very well. Long ball, over the head, find your striker, go through the wings, find a player, and beat their line and try and score goals. But obviously, that's where their their levels to this striking game. What's his name? DCL wasn't at his best, but Harrison tried. It was very good game. It was very, very impressive from Everton. Although they got lucky at the end, but I think they deserve to draw. Spurs also played a very good game, but I think both of them deserve that draw.
So here's my personal opinion. I feel like the world football they're pandering to Tottenham so much that anything they do, you guys want to applaud them. Everton, for the larger part of the game, outplayed Tottenham. In fact, Tottenham were the ones that were lucky, not Everton. Because at the beginning, it felt like, okay, when Charlton scored the first goal, we were like, okay, Everton is going to be outrun in this game. They're going to be run ragged. But Everton came to the party and they did what they needed to do. As you said, they knew what they wanted to do and they stuck to their guns. And I feel like they're having similar problems that Arsenal would have. They've had this problem at some point this season, and it's going to rear its heads again really soon. Their fullbacks pushing so forward. I think Liverpool have been able to manage that, but I think the difference between Liverpool doing that is Klopp has noticed that, okay, since we don't have we become weak when we become strong. So I'm saying this in the sense that Liverpool becomes strong when they are attacking with your fullback strength or Robertson or whatever is playing moves forward. You are really strong up front, but then you become very weak and very, very easy to go through. So what he did was, okay, I'll make my center backs go extremely wide so that whatever ball comes to them, at least there will be somebody there to kind of I would say reduce the pace, slow down the game, then for everybody to now come back into position to defend. Unfortunately for Arsenal and Tottenham, all their defenders are pushing forward with the attackers or with the midfielders. So it's like all of them are on the halfway line. So when there's that ball all over the top, then it's just almost one on one with the keeper. So, but me, I personally, I was really impressed with Everton because I was like, yes, this is how football is supposed to be played. Like, regardless of how weak or how I would say inferior you are to the other team, you have to come to the party. And yes, I felt like, well, I won't say it was luck. The goal, I won't say it was luck, but I mean, what was that word? What that saying that you drive your luck, you know. So that's just my personal opinion. Everybody just waxing about Tottenham, but
Yeah.
we just
So,
forget about the other team.
well, I don't think my comment was in regards to waxing anything about Tottenham, but I would say that Everton's last minute goal or last goal was
The
quite.
equalizer.
It was quite. It was quite lucky because Romero. I don't understand. How are you heading the ball backwards?
That guy, no, honestly, that guy. I don't know how. I don't know how. I guess maybe he doesn't have any other player to play because that guy is so calamitous. Like there's something he must do something in the game that might cost
Like
Spurs every game.
he is actually not bad. He's actually good, but obviously he has his cons as well. But he's
Yep,
actually good on the ball, but he
he comes
just
with baggage. Yeah,
he just has his own baggages. Just like, but if well coached and if I think he's less emotional, he would be a lot better. But
but
yeah,
it's
that's
difficult. It's difficult to coach those kind of players, though. It's really
yeah.
difficult
But
because
that's
it's more like instinct. Like he just do it. Like they just feel like, oh, I want to do this, and they just do it, and they're done.
but that's the thing, and that can be a strength and a weakness if depending on who's coaching the player, because his instincts is what is making him a good defender. But obviously, he needs to be able to control it. Like he needs to know when to go with it. Like it's not like it's to a point like you're becoming very reactive. You don't know
Yeah.
when to actually gauge your instincts or like your
Mm.
moves on. But anyways, Romero is Romero. But yeah, that was the game I would say caught my attention. Another game that was actually pretty interesting, and what made it interesting to me was because I read uh Emery's what do you call
Batch
it?
reports.
No, he's pre-match.
Pre-match, okay.
Yeah, he made a comment. He was like, the first time they met was 1-1.
Oh, okay,
Right.
okay.
Yeah. So, and he said he was like, pretty much in summary, he was like,
yes, 1-1, 1-1, yeah, yes.
Sheffield would not play the same way they played against us because they are home, right? They are not going to be able to play low block. They would have to go for the game. They will have to come out more to win, especially playing in front of their fans. And in my mind, I was just like, wow, this is actually hilarious. Because, like, it's making sense. But although Sheffield is a defensive team, any team at home will want to at least try and do something. Off a tangent, that's what actually made me cap Ollie Watkins for my FPL. And Unai Emery played Sheffield United. I don't even know if that's Sheffield.
He played with their psyche, mind game.
It's that literally every 10 minutes, Ollie Watkins was beating their line.
Yep.
Like it was a well played game.
After the second goal, right? I was like, come on, guys, just pack the bus. At this point, I can tell that it become because it's too early to concede those two goals.
Too early.
Back to back, within 4 minutes, you are done. The game is done. The game is over. Like you could tell the texture. Like pack the bus, and they still kept coming out. Like, oh my god, what's wrong with these people?
It was quite hilarious because I don't know what they thought they could do. You don't have the
facilities for it.
You don't have the firepower. You don't have the players. You don't have anything. Like, who is your striker? He didn't even start Archer, right? So it's just like, who is the person you expect to score these goals? His new signing, I think that one literally had one attempt the entire game, and that was it. And this guy also showed his class. What's his name? Because to be fair to them, Martinez.
Oh, Martinez, yeah.
He showed his class because to be fair, like they had some set pieces, they had some chances that it just seemed like they were unlucky, they were unfortunate, but overall, Aston Villa had full control of that game, and it's just like they knew what would happen and they played to it exactly what it was.
Defended. Just defended. But Sheffield would have just defended.
3-0. Fans were leaving.
Yeah, I saw it.
They scored their third goal. Like, is it 15th or 20th minute? I was just like, God.
20th minute, yeah, 20th minute. At that point, just go, and that goal was bad. Like that goal was
I think crazy. That was Tielemans' goal, Abi.
No, Bailey caught in left leg.
Yeah, I was just like, God damn.
That was a dagger. Like, back the bus. At least 2-0 is more respectable. You lose, but 5-0. Come on,
bro. Then, it was crazy.
Did you watch the Newcastle routine one?
I saw the second half. I saw it when it was so I saw it was 2-0 or no actually 1-1 2-1.
1-1, yeah.
Then when I joined, when it was 2-1, I was like, okay, Newcastle got this. now still we see how next game 2-2 3-2 4-2.
Yep.
At that point, I was disappointed with Luton though, in the sense that like I felt like they are good enough to have just packed the bus and locked up. But I don't know like what they were trying to do at that point. As I said, I'm impressed with them. Since that Chelsea game, I feel like I can see their gameplay. I can see their philosophy.
No, it was since that Liverpool game.
No.
Remember that Liverpool game at home?
Yeah. But with the Liverpool game, why I don't count that it was more of they were countering, right? Like, but as they progress, they're actually like controlling. They're dictating how they want to play, right? They're not playing like they are playing how they want to play. Like, it's just now they have a style and they are going with it. Like they showed it properly against Chelsea, right? They showed it properly against Chelsea. They are very effective from the wings. That what's his name? Ogbeni.
Ogbeni, Nigerian.
I can't remember his name now.
Ogbeni, pronounce his name properly, please. Don't be doing like that.
Ogbania.
Yes.
Calm down. Don't remember his name. Then what's that left back's name? Doty. I don't remember this two players' name. But anyways, I think his name is
Yeah,
Doty.
it's Doty.
Yeah.
Afi Doty.
Yeah. So that guy is bombing it from the left. Ogbania is bombing it from the right. Like you can see that gameplay. Like it's
Even
very,
Ross
very, very
Barkley,
important.
flowers to Ross
Oh yeah,
Barkley,
yeah.
man.
Ross
It's like he's
Barkley is actually
bringing,
controlling.
yeah, he's bringing that maturity and experience into the game. Like, okay, when the ball gets to him, I would say, I mean, I've been able to catch a few Luton games, and I would say out of 100%, he makes right decision 85% of the time. You can tell that he's better than all the players around him, and he's trying to make the players around him good and almost to his level. So and he played well in that Newcastle game.
Oh yeah,
But that penalty that he
he's been
cost.
playing. He's been playing well.
Yeah, I
To
know.
be fair.
I
Wait,
know.
how random? How old do you think he is?
I'm trying to remember. It's like 30.
So, to be fair, because of the fact that I've known him for such a long time,
Yeah.
I lost track of his age.
Yeah, it's 30. Yeah, it's 30.
I thought it was even 31. But
No, it's 30.
anyways,
It's been a baller. All those kind of players that they have mileage.
Well, to be fair, he hasn't played a lot of games after he left Everton.
Everton.
So,
Yeah.
so it was just like his career just kind of fizzled out. But it's good to see him playing. It's good to see him back, um, reminding people the talents he once had, and hopefully, well, long shot, but hopefully he could get picked up by a decent team. So
If Luton Town doesn't relegate, I feel like he should just continue playing for them, and because he should just become a cultural for them.
if they don't,
If they don't,
yeah.
I feel like they would. I feel like they would, because if they are one that, look, I wanted them to win a Newcastle game because I wanted them to just increase their points. Yeah, and this was just distance from the relegation battle, but unfortunately they drew that game. And I also wanted Newcastle to lose because I didn't want Newcastle to be bringing down the neck of United. But I mean, the game was really interesting. I really enjoyed that game. I was like, it's so close to win the game.
It was a good game. It was a good game.
If that game had gone on more, Newcastle would have won that game.
Oh,
yeah.
I think you could see that they had been burnt out, Luton.
Yeah, like they got tired.
They got tired.
Yeah. So I did not watch Chelsea Wolves, but I was shocked. I was like, what's going on? 4-2. Someone has a trick against Chelsea. Kunya of all people.
I told you that guy was decent. He's not bad at all. He's actually not bad at all.
You're playing against Chelsea. Like, come on now. Kunya, that's. I'm like, Kunya of all people.
Not many people have scored a hat trick against Chelsea.
It's great. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's because Chelsea. Like, if Kunya scored a hat trick against you, then there's something wrong with your team.
Nah, but I do rate Kunya. I think Kunya is decent. But Chelsea as a team right now, they're terrible. It's clear and it's stated. Although they won their game yesterday, against Aston Villa,
but they played well.
It was quite surprising. I didn't watch the match. I haven't watched a lot of games in a minute. But
I mean, I was busy watching my country. Please, I'm patriotic. Please,
lucky.
But after the game, after the AFCON, after the Nigerian game, I didn't have any energy to watch any game. I was like, I was so exhausted.
And
but continue.
I envy you guys that have remote jobs that you can watch games. But anyways, So I was very disappointed with Chelsea against Wolves. I think they started off. Chelsea scored first. Palmer. Then I think they equalized.
Yep.
Then from there it just
went down. Went down.
But based on what I saw, like online, it seemed like Pedro Neto was running things.
It was running things.
Huh?
Pedro Neto is always running things.
Yeah, like he was running things, and he was just he was putting players on their heels. But all in all, Chelsea, I really don't know what it is. You don't know which Chelsea you get.
Yeah.
Like, and because I believe once they click or if they're able to get things right, they have the players, they have the quality to be very good. But at the moment, I just don't get it. I don't understand.
So speaking of Chelsea, right? if you are the owner of Chelsea, right? If you are the CEO, will you sack Pochettino?
So first of all, the only reason I probably wouldn't is that majority of the signings weren't his. Majority of the players he has are not his signings. So till I I'll give him to the end of this season and see what he does next season.
Okay, so 2 seasons. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I feel like at this point, like it's they are beginning to lose the fans, and if you begin to lose the fans, that's how the collapse begins.
Yeah, but
Fans start bringing negative energy into the stadium. No, there's no support from the fans. That that energy that pushes players. Then players start second guess. I mean, I won't even say they are even playing well. Their morale is like low, so that they begin to second guess themselves. Disaster is just making whatever that guy's name is making ridiculous errors. I'm like, my God, and I understand those are kind of errors that you make when you are scared. Like, oh my God, and if you make that one first error throughout the game, you'll be rubbish.
Affects your
You'll be
morale.
rubbish. So I don't know. You just need to find a way to fire up the fans so that when teams come into the stadium to play them, the teams will feel the heat because everybody wants to play them now. There's no respect. It sounds like United, like there's no respect that it's Chelsea will play them.
Nah, you guys in a better position than they are, I would say.
Yes, but I'm saying like there was a period where even till now the respect is not there fully, but there was a period where teams wanted to play us at Old Trafford. Like they were like, Old Trafford, we'll go there, we'll get minimum of 1 point. That's how, but in those days, you're getting your L before you even kick the ball. So those are kind of things that help teams like win games before. Like you need to put that fear. Same way Man City plays, before you even play, you're like, okay, how do we curtail these people? How do we not concede more than 2 goals this game?
Yeah, that's for both teams. It's going to take a while, like to get to that level.
So for me, Manchester United game. I mean, I was in 2 minds before the game. I was like, West Ham, they know how to stress United. So West Ham and Wolves are like teams that I don't really go into the game with like mindset of we're going to win the game. But with the way the game started, I was like, okay, that's this is not bad. And West Ham did not come to the party at all. They just took the beating lying down. I would say this is one of probably the easiest game for us this season so far. The easiest win would not break any sweat. It was just all perfect. And not perfect in terms of gameplay, it was all perfect. Like there was no stress, no nothing, apart from our best player getting injured. But
yeah, and that's one point I was going to make. Martinez coming back to the squad was a huge boost.
yes,
I think it's unfortunate he got hurt again, but you guys were going to, I feel like with Martinez back, Casemiro back, your key players coming back, you guys would have gotten back on track.
yeah.
Right. But with Martinez then getting hurt, I don't know, is Varane out or what?
It's not out. I don't know what's going on between him and
Because
the manager.
I'm
I
trying
honestly
to
don't know.
remember who replaced him when he got hurt. Was it Varane?
It was Varane. Yes, it was Varane that replaced. Yeah,
Okay.
it was Varane. Yeah.
Because I don't know. Probably Varane is not the same player we thought he was. But with Martinez coming back, you guys actually had that game under control. West Ham huffed and puffed, but
It wasn't enough.
without any avail. Kudus was somewhat neutralized, I would say. Bowen's form has also dipped.
He wasn't even in the game at all. I was like, bro,
Like
this game? I was like, what?
Bowen's form. I think probably because I was thinking about it. I think Paqueta is actually being missed in the squad
Yes.
because he's the one that makes their attack tick. Like,
Yeah.
and I think the responsibility being just, I think I couldn't even lay my hand on who their creative player was because it seemed like you are giving those guys double role. Kudus and Bowen create and try and score. Create and so you need someone to actually facilitate all that. So I think Paqueta was a huge miss. If she was there, maybe that would have been a different outcome.
Yeah.
Who knows? But that's football. But yeah, I think you guys played a good game. Garnacho. What happened?
So for Licha, right? Going back to Licha.
Yeah.
Licha is probably, I would say, part of the reason why this is not an excuse. Like, I'm not absolving the manager of anything, but our football seems to be good with Licha because he starts the play, and he's one that is very comfortable on the ball. If you notice, even under pressure, when people come to him, he never kicks the ball out. He just finds a way to like dribble around and pass the ball. So him going out, Varane is not that, has never been that type of player. Even when he was young, he wasn't that type of player that will hold the ball and want to like, okay, get away and start the game. So yeah, it's going to be a huge blow. I guess we're almost back to our form, but now with Richard out, I guess we have to find another alternative. Because if you notice, Bruno Senop got the ball in positions where he needed to like kickstart the game or start the attack. It was always Licha getting the ball, looking up. Okay, let's do this, get this ball in these areas. So that kind of helps. But I wanted to mention Garnacho. So apparently, since he moved to the right hand side, he has performed way better on both wings. Like, without comparing him to anybody, he's played way better. And I guess it's because our attack is concentrated on the left hand side. So there are more players, both opponents and us, on that left hand side. So it frees up space for him to run on the right hand side. So before the opponents realize that, oh, this is where they're really hurting us, the game is over. So, and I feel like we should continue with that because it's been a while we've had a balanced team. We've always so left-sided and left-sided to the left-hand side. So hopefully, I don't know. Hopefully we will find a way. Hopefully his form continues because we need that balance going forward.
Yeah. Good to see you guys are doing something decent.
And this is my boy, Ireland.
Yeah, that was a good goal he scored. He's a good finisher. I'll give him that.
Just give him the chances. Feed him. He's been starving. Feed this man. Like, even though I have my reservations, of us acquiring him, but I know that he's a finisher. He just needs to get those chances. He needs to be on the ball. Like, it's been a while I've seen him one-on-one with the goalie. It's been a while.
Yeah, he's a good finisher. I'll give him that for sure. But yeah,
so
he should train Rashford, sure.
He should train Rashford.
Let's
move on. Yes, game of the round of the weekend. Arsenal Liverpool. What happened to Liverpool? Talk to me.
I won't say any. I would say Arsenal deserved the win. No excuses. Liverpool weren't as hungry. The only thing I would say is our midfield was really lacking. Gravenberg is not yet ready for the Premier League, but obviously we had no option. Szoboszlai was hurt. So missing key players in that midfield that would galvanize the team usually. But outside of that, the goals that we considered were very ridiculous, but it is what it is. Arsenal played their game, and I think they deserve to win. Liverpool it's all these bumps or blips, and they'll bounce back. I don't think it's not really a big deal or a moment to panic. I'm not worried about it.
So I have a question. Is Trent injured?
I don't think he's fully fit.
Oh, okay.
He was injured. He was coming back to fitness, and we were trying to save him for the game. But to be fair, he wasn't meant to start that game. But Conor Bradley's dad passed away.
Died. Yeah.
So there was no way we were meant to play the guy. So yeah, Trent had to play, and yeah.
Okay, wait. Let me ask you a question. So there's a friend of the show. He's been on the show many times. So let me ask you a question. In that kind of situation, right? Was it proper for the player to say, let's say Klopp did not give him day off, right? Will it be okay for the player to say he's not in the right frame of mind to play that game?
Is it okay?
Yes, to say that, for the player to say, I'm not the right frame of mind to play this
Wait,
game.
you're talking about Conor Bradley?
Yes.
100% no.
Okay. So, was it which keeper got? I think I'm trying to remember which Arsenal keeper. Was it Raya or what's his name? So his wife put to bed, and I think there was a game that was a few days, a day after or something, or maybe that same day or day after, and it was like he wasn't going to play. Yeah, he wants to be with his wife and kid. And the friend of the show was like, why would Ramsey say he doesn't
Yeah.
want to play
Yes,
the
I was
game?
gonna say it was Ramsdale.
Yeah, it was Ramsey, yes. So Ramsey will say he's not ready to play the game, that is the wife sick or is the baby not okay. So what's your take on that?
So my take on it is this: in as much as we're lovers of the sports or passionate about the game, these guys are still mere human beings, right? They have emotions, they have feelings. They're not robots. If they want to share a memorable time with their family or whatever it might be,
A milestone.
yeah, like let them be. Like if they die or whatever, your life will move on. Let them live their life. So let's not feel like they're obligated to make us happy at all points, all at the demise of them losing their own joy and happiness just to please us. Nah, it's not like that. That's not
I agree.
that's not fair.
I agree with you. I was like, are you kidding? It was like, yeah, it was, and I guess it's because they are scared of losing their streak or losing the team chemistry that's going for them. I'm like, yo, you want to keep it as his mind is not in the game, or like, okay, let's even say you will come and you not put him on the bench. Isn't that crazy?
Like, what's the point?
Yeah, what's the point? And you have a capable keeper. Well, it's not like the other keeper is not almost as good as he is.
Yeah, and to be fair, like, and the coaches 100% understand that. That's all about man management and understanding. Like, look, everybody has their life to live. Like,
Yeah.
players come and go.
Yep.
Right? It's the same way we are quick to turn on people when they are doing bad. We praise them when they are doing good. Like, so why should they take overlook valuable times like that?
Yeah.
All for people that they will easily change their mouth whenever anything goes
Exactly.
wrong or
And
goes.
it goes wrong. Yeah.
Like these are people that matter the most to them, that care about them. Yeah.
Anyways, let's talk about your manager leaving. How do you feel? Do you feel are you excited? Do you feel elated, or are you feeling despondent, feeling depressed,
Definitely not.
feeling sad?
Definitely not depressed, but obviously it's a shocker. Um, and it's also very like something that I would say most fans were not expecting, because obviously Klopp has come, changed the whole trajectory of Liverpool, and he would dearly be missed. But the time that it happened, obviously, it's just quite shocking. It's like, bro, we're just getting back to where we were again. I think his charisma, what he brought to the club, is what is going to be missed the most. Like, he was a very charismatic manager. He brought passion. He brought everything. Like, the guy was like, if he wanted to form a cult in Liverpool, he could form a cult. Like, that's how charismatic he is. And yeah, like, he's brought so much joy to Liverpool fans. So I understand fans being down or not being happy about it. The time would come, but obviously, I think the crazier part is, and what is making fans possibly a little worried, is we don't know who the successor would be, right? And whoever the successor is, we know they might never be able to live up to Klopp.
So I have a few questions for you.
Yeah.
So you remember when Chike came on the show and said his prediction, like just wild prediction for the remaining of the season, is that Klopp was going to leave Liverpool. Did you see that comment for you? How did you take that? Did you like expect that to be true? Did you see that coming?
No, I don't expect it to be true. The only caveat to what he predicted was, if I remember correctly, was he specifically said if they don't win the
Win the
league,
league.
then he will quit. That's the only. But this is mid-season. Not it has not like as Klopp said. Let him like win all the trophies that are left. He's not staying. So it's more of it was a bold prediction, but obviously, even person predicting it and hearing Klopp announcing that he's leaving, he will still be shocked.
So let me tell you my personal take, right? I'm a hater. I'm known hater. I'm a known hater. 100%. I feel like he said that to just genuine sympathy.
Sympathy for what?
I don't know. Like, he does feel like he wants sympathy. He wants to fire up the players. He wants to fire up the fans. He wants EPL to kind of give him that. You know how EPL gave, or I don't know, professional PFA gave Giggs player of the season, gave what's his name again? This former Fulham manager, this Scott Parker, gave Scott Parker player of the season. I feel like it's more like emotional sympathy. You know, that's just my take, personal take, because there's no reason why you should announce that middle of the season, because it's very dangerous, very precarious, because it might affect how your players react to that. So players might not react properly, like, oh, why is this guy telling us going to leave? It might be too much pressure on them. Like, okay, now I want to win the league for the guy. It might be too much pressure, because no matter how great he is, he's not greater than Sir Alex Ferguson. And Sir Ferguson, after 20 years in the league, announced after the season ended. So that's my personal take. That's my personal take, right? Personal take. You don't need to respond to it. You can respond to it if you want to, but that's my personal
Didn't Alex Ferguson do it twice?
Yeah, but it was at ending of season.
For both of them?
Yes.
It
wasn't middle of season. Yes, it wasn't middle of season. It was not.
I'll check you on that later, but he did the same thing, and midway he changed his mind for the first time. So I don't know how that was ending of season, and he changed it. I'm sure he probably did it during the season.
It was not during the season.
Either during or beginning. But anyways, I'm sure he has his reasons for doing that. As he said, it was known since November. I feel like him and the owners had come to an agreement, and they felt it was only right to share the moment with the fans and everything. I think it's also a money strategy, because after that, they announced the deal. They're going to be recording Liverpool and him, pretty much kind of like the last dance with Klopp. They're monetizing it, so I think it's more monetizing as opposed to emotional.
But they could have recorded it without announcing.
What do you mean?
They could have recorded whatever thing they want to record without announcing.
So like they've done that. They tried to do that before, and Klopp categorically said he didn't want that. So I think now they're just trying to do it like, okay, now you're leaving. We're going to get this one part and keep it going. But I do agree with the fact that it could have a negative impact, in the sense that like the pressure now, if they lose one thing or the other, it's going to be like, wow, these people are not living up to the expectation of giving Klopp a good send off or whatever. So it could have is a two-edged sword, but we'll see how it goes. I think the players are capable of living up to the task. They are good enough to do that. Are they going to win all the trophies? I don't think so, because I saw Trent saying he's trying to win quadruple. it's good. It's good to think that way. As they say, shoot for the stars, land on the moon.
With
So,
quadruple and quadruple, are you guys in Carling Cup?
yeah, we're in all the competitions.
Oh, interesting.
Carling Cup, you mean Carabao? We're in Carabao.
Carabao and FA Cup.
We're still in the FA Cup. We're going to play Southampton next.
Interesting.
So, oh yeah, you understand. You know about that life. But anyways, so I think the players, it can be a huge boost for the players. They go on and win everything. If they do, it will be a perfect send off.
You guys cannot win everything. Just forget. You cannot win everything.
As I said, I don't expect that.
You cannot.
But anyways, if they do, it will be a perfect send off. But I think the one trophy at least they have to win for it to be a great send off will be the Premier League. Any other trophy, we don't really. But that Premier League, if they can win it, perfect. I think that's the best they can do.
So I have another question for you. Remember in the 20,000s, right? From 2004, 2004 to date, right? You guys have been second how many times?
About 4 times.
4 times? No, 3
about
times.
4. Because we were second twice under Benitez, if I'm correct. Okay, so actually, wait, from 04 till now?
Yes.
About 5 times then?
No.
So I'll tell you. So we were second under Benitez.
Yes.
I think Chelsea won it. We were second under Brendan Rodgers. Right?
No, you guys were second under United.
We were second under Brendan Rodgers now. I'm telling you by manager.
Oh, by manager.
It was under
wait,
against Man City. Man City took it and won it.
Wait. When you said Benitez, it was United that won it that season.
Was it United or Chelsea?
It was United.
Okay. So it was second under Brendan Rodgers.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that one. It was second twice under Klopp.
Twice under Klopp or once?
Twice.
Yeah, sure.
Bro, we lost by 1 point twice.
No.
Please, fact check me since you know my club better than I do.
Hold on. EPL winners.
97 points, 92 points. We won it with 99.
So, okay, so twice on that club, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Let me be sure of that, because I'm going somewhere with that, with this particular discussion. So 19 years. Okay, twice. Okay, twice. So the reason I ask is, do you feel when you guys were second under Benitez and Brendan, right? Do you feel football was not as good as, or was not as comparable as under Klopp?
What do you mean?
Was it bad? No. Okay, if you want to rate it, you want to rate the 4 times.
Mm-hmm.
Which one do you think you guys played the better football? Because I'm trying to say something. I'm going to ask you a question after this, but those 4 times, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not when you guys won and when you guys played against blind people, but when you guys were
blind people. Which was blind people?
Yeah, because closed doors, like nobody was there. Well, I don't understand. I don't read that.
Blind people. We didn't watch games.
It was blind, like there was nobody in the stadium. You guys played under darkness. There was no floodlights. It was darkness. Anyways, darkness and blind people. But the 4 times you guys were second, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think the football rate the football?
Rate the football, like how we played.
Yes.
Obviously, under Klopp we played the best football now.
Was it way better than those 2 times?
Yes.
Way better,
bro.
Even under Benitez that didn't lose any game throughout the season. I think he lost only 1 game or 2.
We've done the same thing under Klopp. Do you realize that?
I know, but which one is better? I know.
I already answered your question, but you're asking me another question. If the same with Benitez, Klopp's team and the way we played has been a lot better.
So far off, like
yes,
way not when you guys won it, but those second when you guys were second. So it was far off. Like if you say like if
brother, I understand English. It is better. You don't need to explain any further. It has been better.
Okay.
With Benitez, the key players Benitez, and what makes Klopp's own a lot more, what makes Klopp's own better is the fact that we were a lot closer. It's actually even more, Klopp's own is even actually more painful. I would say that.
More closer than Benitez?
I said Klopp's is actually more painful.
Than Benitez's own?
Yes, now we were 1 point away on those 2 occasions.
Okay, so
wait. Are you trying to? You're just trying to set up for your question. What is your question?
Yes, yeah. So my question is, in his list of managers, right? What place is Klopp in your greatest managers? What position will he be?
In Liverpool?
Yes.
Yeah, we can question are asking. Obviously, he's depth top 1, top 3, top 1 self.
So he's greater than all previous managers that you guys have ever had.
So
not from 92, not from 92, like from all the way back.
That's why I said I knew you were going to bring that caveat. That's why I said top 3.
Yes. But obviously, I mean, you guys don't have any good manager in the 92
but
now.
If I'm going to go based on the managers I've experienced, Gerard Houllier, Benitez, Dalglish, Brendan Rodgers, Roy Hodgson, Brendan Rodgers, all of them, Klopp is top 1. If we're going far back, the only reason I'll pick the 2 other guys is because they won more European championship and they won more Premier Leagues. But those were in the 70s or 60s.
So in Premier League era, right? You know, Klopp has the best squad.
Okay.
So does that play a part?
I don't know. He has the best squad. He created the squad. Don't say he has the best squad. He made that team.
Regardless of whether he made it or not. Like, I'm just telling you.
You can't say he has the best squad. Because when Benitez at the time had Xabi Alonso, Mascherano, Gerard Torres, and Pepe Reina, when Pepe Reina was still pretty good, that was still a very good squad. Like,
but during that period, football was very difficult. Football was not this pass, run thing, XG and all these things. Anyways, so
brother,
my next question.
Agenda.
So my next question, right? My next question. So Premier League as a whole, what position do you think Klopp will be in the list of greatest managers?
Premier League as a whole.
Premier League era.
And we're basing it based on just titles.
I'm not about titles. Okay, okay. The floor is yours. You can do titles.
Because if it's based off of titles, he's not top 5. That one, without a doubt, he's not top 5. But if we're talking about what he brought to the game, what's the points achieved, all of that, then I'll say he's top 5.
Okay. So let me ask you a question, right? Which one are you going for? Regardless of any caveat you're putting in, where does it stand in Premier League?
I think overall, I'll say he's def top 10.
So it's not top 5.
I think he's top 5, but the number of titles he's won would be his downside.
Again, you say you understand English, and I'm trying to tell you that regardless of what caveat you want to put, you can do mean, you can do LCM, you can do highest common factor, whatever caveat, whatever perimeter, whatever. Tell me.
I've answered your question. I told you
what position will it be?
Overall, factoring everything.
Yes.
Top 10.
Top 10. So can you give me the top 10 that you think? Give me like
the people that are definitely above him will be Alex Ferguson, Pep, Mourinho, Wenger.
Okay, so it's top 5.
That I can think of. Outside of that, what other coach can be top 5?
So it's top 5. And I just asked you, say top 10.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I can't think of any other one right now. If I think later I can come up with some, but at the moment I can't really think of any other manager. That's why I said holistically, I'll just give him top 10. Just
okay.
Overall.
You know what we'll do? When you come back, I'll ask you the same question again. So go and think about it.
What's your own top 10?
I'm the anchor of this show. Don't ask me
Answer the
questions.
question now.
Don't ask me questions.
What's
So
your top four?
so
Who
this
do you
question
think is
came.
above him? Because clearly you think there are more people above him.
No. I don't think there are more people above him. Like it's straightforward for me. Like the likes of Ferguson, Mourinho, Pep, Wenger, the man that won with Leicester City, Ranieri. Yeah, Klopp might just feature in after those guys. Might just feature in, and that's because.
And he's above that. Ranieri is above him because of Leicester.
Yes, because it's difficult. It's a difficult fit. It's a difficult fit to pull. Resources, history, um, caliber, all those things come to
Okay,
play. And
continue.
the
Who
way
else?
I said those are the people that would probably be ahead of him. So I cannot think of those that would be ahead of him after those. I need to think about it too.
This guy.
No, I mean you have to factor in a lot of things like caliber,
But you wanted me to
style,
say it.
manner.
No. But
Um,
anyways, continue.
yeah. So Mbappe to Madrid. I feel like this transfer would kind of would kickstart a circle, right? And this is me personally. Him going to Madrid will make PSG look elsewhere for similar um, profile in terms of output and stature and stardom, and they might look at Rashford. And I want United to sell Rashford. I said this at the end of last season that cashing on this guy now, United did not listen to me. And I'm saying it again. If PSG comes, cashing on Rashford. I love him at United. He's a very good player for United. He fits into what style we want to play. I would love him to stay. But sometimes marriage ends. Cashing on this guy. So if they don't call for him, I feel like PSG might test waters with Osimhen.
That's actually what I was going to say.
Yeah,
I just
Osimhen. But
wanted you to finish.
so between Rashford and Osimhen, right? If you look at it critically, the person that they want to go for first will be Rashford for obvious reasons, because there's no reason why. I mean, I won't say there's no reason, but I don't see why Madrid had to say kind of quote unquote waste 1 year waiting for Mbappe when they could have gone for Osimhen. But they won't have gone. They won't have,
know why no.
Yes, they won't have gone for Osimhen. So the same thing, the same reason is why PSG would rather go for test waters with Rashford and see, okay, test the resolve of United and see how far they can push the envelope. Then they will settle for Osimhen. And that might make Chelsea spring into action and go over the bank or break the bank, whatever, and try to catch Osimhen because Osimhen fits into what the style and way they need someone like him in that squad because when you see someone like him playing, he kind of galvanizes the whole squad, kind of brings in new type of energy. So that's like it's gonna be like a very and Mr. Tony, I'm not sure Arsenal will be able to afford him.
No, I don't think he will go to Arsenal.
So if he doesn't go to Arsenal, then who is Arsenal going to sign?
Oh wait, is it Tony? Oh, you said Tony.
Yeah, Ivan Tony.
Oh, Ivan Tony. Okay, I was still thinking of Osimhen. Yeah. Ivan Tony to Arsenal is more feasible.
And so then Chelsea has two options. They have Ivan Tony option and they have Osimhen option. So you see how the whole thing goes. Then who's out there again? Just I think that's like the top strikers in market right now that will be available.
I think the ripple effect would be determined based on who reacts first. So what I mean by that is, as you said, although I think Osimhen will be a better fit for PSG if they ever do go for Rashford. If they get Rashford, then I think we'll then have a tug of war, a bidding war for Osimhen, Ivan between Arsenal and Chelsea. But if Osimhen goes to PSG, right, then it will not be a bidding war between Arsenal and Chelsea for Ivan Toney.
Yeah.
So it all depends on who reacts first. Or I don't know if there's any. I can't think of any new striker right now.
Yeah, I can't think too.
That is hot commodity. Unless I can't even think of anyone right now.
And I feel like United is being thrown into the fray too. My I want to
buy a striker.
Yeah, greed.
Why?
Greed.
If you're going to buy a striker, you can't even. I don't think you're in the position to buy a striker unless you're getting a backup and the person is literally much older.
Yeah, but so we need a replacement for Rashford if he leaves. So you see where I'm driving at.
But that's if Rashford leaves.
Yeah.
But if Rashford leaves, you would probably go for a winger striker, someone that can also play that position. It's not necessarily going to be a striker. So you could go for Boniface doesn't play wings. What's his name? If this guy was actually, so Africans have this, I don't know, there's no media to them, but there's talent, but there's no agenda pushing them. Yeah. So like a Lookman now.
There's no PR.
There's no PR. Lookman is a very decent player, very good player, but there's no PR around
for him. United.
I think he'll be a good player wherever club he goes to.
So right? Yeah. So wait for Lookman, right? Lookman, I personally will not sign Lookman to United. Not because Lookman is not good enough, not that Lookman doesn't have the right talent, and not that it doesn't fit into how United plays or the style of United philosophy. But we have 3 Lookmans already at the club that they're not even playing.
Like, who?
So we had Gomez, right? Same style, right? We have Ahmad. That is almost like that. To me, Ahmad is the same thing as Gomez. So Lookman coming in is the same replication.
So I'll say this just to counter your point: is this who is the player that is actually ready? Because I would say Ahmad is more of in the works, right? Lookman is a more prepared player, or like he's not in the works kind of. He's not in the works phase anymore. He's a player that's okay. I'm ready to produce.
Play now. So I'm not even saying that he's not ready. Again, my talk is not about his talent or how prepared he is or how he fits in. It's perfect. Like if he comes to United, he will play. He will ball. Like he's a baller. But my issue is the manager. Does the manager want that type of player? You get what I'm saying? Like, does he want that kind of player? Because a man has been fit for a while now, and this man is bringing in academic player ahead of Ahmad. So
yeah, so I guess it all depends. Well, I'm not factoring in what Ten Hag is thinking. That one,
exactly.
Ten Hag is just Ten Hag. But I'm just saying who will be available that would make sense. Then with Rashford, I feel like probably will find. I think there are a lot more replacement for Rashford than you think. I think the wingers Bokuman is the strikers that I think will be the problem. Because I don't think there are that many prolific strikers right now. I think the system of play, everybody is trying to play that false nine or false striker.
Yeah.
And like we're not having goal scoring strikers anymore. Look at Jesus. Jesus don't finish.
I said this last season, before the beginning of last season. I said, Jesus cannot help you win the league. Cannot. And he came out and said Joe is not in scoring. I'm like, dude, a striker, can you say Joe is not in scoring?
I believe he said that just to relieve pressure from him.
He's not a serious person,
right?
Even if
he said that.
Even if it's to relieve pressure, right? He's not a serious person. How can a striker say that? If I'm a manager and my striker says that, I'm going to sit down and say, dude, are you all right? Is everything okay at home?
Yeah, I think he clearly just did. Clearly said that just to get people off his back. But
it's like a defender saying, "Oh, I'm not trying to defend. I'm just trying to play the ball from your back." Like, dude, your first assignment on the pitch when I'm picking you is not to allow that ball enter the net.
No, but all in all, I still think Jesus is a decent striker. But obviously, he needs we just the number of strikers available actually giving us proper outputs is not that much.
A lot. Yeah, it's not a lot. I agree. So, well, again, PSG come for Rashford. Manchester United, when PSG comes, do not say no. Save this guy.
How much?
So right now, it's still valuable. It's still very valuable, but I cannot put a price tag on it. Maybe like 80 upwards, because now FFP is coming in. So what do you mean English tax? How much do you think you should go for?
No, I'm just saying, like, the fact that it's English, his price is already going to go up a lot.
Exactly. More. Originally, it was.
I don't understand why you denying it.
No. Wait. Now, originally, it should be like 120 last season, but I mean, this season, for obvious reasons. So anything less than 80 million, like, we have to really, really talk about it. Yes, my favorite segment of this show, everything AFCON. So before you talk, you didn't watch the match, right?
No, I haven't seen any game.
Oh, okay. Let me tell you what happened during this game. So throughout, again, before this beginning of this tournament, I'm like, I'm not really interested in AFCON. I don't want to watch like that. And people were like, at least even if it's highlights, watch. I said, okay, cool. So I started watching a few games. Like, okay, I'm sat. You guys have my attention. First things first, I will say this again. VAR, top notch.
I've been hearing about that.
Very good, fast. Like in the game between Nigeria and South Africa, all the calls were spot on. It was so spot on that both parties did not feel any grudge. Like, okay, the game, maybe the ref made some wrong calls, or was one-sided. No, balanced from the beginning to the end. All the calls, the penalties, the yellow cards, the fouls, perfect. So, but before this game, the VAR, it took them less than 2 minutes to come to. I'm even being very generous. I don't want to say anything less than 2 minutes, but they were quick and to the point. That it wasn't subjective. All the subjective calls were on point. Like, there was no gray area that, oh, this space is closed, one is closed. No, straight up to the point. So this game started 3 p.m. No, 12 noon Eastern time. I started watching. I was like, okay. Before the game, our Grammys, make me water. So before the Grammys,
no Nigerian,
no Nigerian. So before the Grammys, when I saw the nominations, I was like, damn, this girl is going to win this category, because the way she's been pushed, the way she's been marketed, like, she's just fitting to the perfect Grammy winner. The song, like, is all everywhere, and it's crazy. For every time they play that song, they will play Davido's Unavailable, and after that they will play Burna Boy's City Boys. Every radio station, every DJ mix, everywhere you go to. So those three were like really, really close, but she has the better catchy tune. Like, is Afrobeat performance. So it encompasses the musicmanship, the composition of the song, and performance. Like, performance is like, how do you perform this song? Although Unavailable and Ourpiano, good performance. City Boys, not really, but they're all good songs. So, but the way she was pushed, I was like, yeah, she's gonna win it. But Grammys nights, I was like, okay, fingers crossed. Strange things have happened, and boom, she won it.
Stranger things have happened.
Yeah, boom, she won. I was like, okay. So Nana put a lot of pressure on Nigeria. They were like, okay, Afrobeat is a Nigerian word. It was coined for Nigerian tune, but they want to put all African artists under that category, which I personally feel like is a disservice to artists coming from out of Africa, because you have rap artists, you have R&B artists, you have pop. So why will you now classify all of them under one category? I guess you take whatever you are given.
Mm-hmm.
So the game now being the game between Nigeria and South Africa.
Afrobeat versus Ourpiano.
Yes. So originally that was the that would have made sense, but fortunately, unfortunately, the Nigerian team right now is very heavily influenced by Ourpiano. So on Twitter, formerly known Twitter, now X, people were like, okay, now it's battle of wounds, Ourpiano.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. So it was. I think it's been a while. I've really been so anxious about the game. Been a while, like a long, like maybe like 5 years. I was like, okay, we need to win this game now. And the game started. Okay, Nigeria started playing well. Like we were like Nigeria started playing well. I felt like South Africans kind of were respectful of Nigeria because it's Nigeria, and mere fact that we've beaten them at every competitive game everywhere, like everywhere. So we've beaten them. We have that coming on for us. So we're like the favorites coming into the game. So they respected us. And they were like, okay, sitting back a little bit, trying to feel the game. And Nigeria were like knocking. And all of a sudden, I think about like 30 minutes, 35 minutes, South Africans woke up and started playing. And for the larger part of the game, of the match, South Africa really balled. They were playing across our defense, breaking our defense down. But we have, I would say, arguably the best defense and the best goalie in the tournament. And we're able to neutralize that. And I was like, okay, let's see how do we get out of this. Every time we got the ball, we couldn't hold on to the ball, or we're making like wrong passes, bad decisions. But we were trying to like push up, but we couldn't just push up. We were just being pushed back. And all of a sudden, ball got to Osimhen, and Osimhen did his thing, turn around, made that swift turn, and got to the box 18, was fouled. I was like, okay, this should be a penalty now. Like it's like there's nothing like confirmed. And me having the belief in VAR, I was like, okay, know how they'll give it, and they gave it. I was like, okay. And knowing the keeper is a very good shot stopper facing, penalties. And Trustekon came, put it in the middle, like right in the middle. I was like, yes, that's how you do it. Like, because the other game that they won penalties shootout, the Cape Verdeans kept putting it on one particular side. I'm like, dude, change your style. Another one, middle, boom. We're like, okay, we're about to win this game now. Let's like everyone, nerves, relax a little bit. And we started playing. Now, I think it was like 89th minute.
It was.
Yeah, 89 minutes. And so before the time, the manager, the coach made 2 substitutions. Removed Iwobi, removed removed one other person. I can't remember the person removed. And I was like, even though Iwobi wasn't really like giving me the full joy, but I would say it was the better person on the ball when we were attacking. He knows how to like bring us out of that defense. It was a better link between us and the attack, defense and the attack. I was like, okay. And the manager removed him. I was like, oh wow, this is serious. So it was Iwobi and Moses Simon. Yes. So those 2 players. I mean, Moses Simon, like I wasn't really bothered about him. But I felt like Chukwueze will come in and Chukwueze, but they call him Chukwueze. He will come in and do something differently from Moses Simon. And they brought in Alassane for Iwobi.
Oh yeah.
So I was like, I don't really trust this substitution, but let's see, let's trust the manager or let's trust the coach. Unfortunately for us, the person that came in was one that caused the penalties. And so when that happened, and when there was that kick, he kicked the back of the player's leg. I was like, I saw it. I was like, So if that happened and we attacked, like we countered, Osimhen fumbled the ball, but it just got into the net. I was like, well, the second goal in the tournament. They're saying that he has not scored goals, but the man has been he's worked tirelessly, he's been selfless, I was like, okay. And next thing, like the South Africans are like, this is a foul, like go and check, like what are you blowing? So there was not a good angle for us to see at that moment until VAR went to check, and it was like, yeah, it was a clear penalty. Like, it was really clear. Like, there was nothing like you had nothing to say about that. Like, okay, this is on point. Boom, they scored. And when they scored, I was like, extra time. So before the extra time, they had the free kick. That's how you know that it was written in stars that South Africa was going to lose. They had a free kick, direct free kick. Mbappe punched the ball, and it fell into South Africans' feet. Normally, 1-on-1, boom, into the net, game over. At the end of the game, but it's just skied it. I was like, oof. So, extra time. At that point, I was like, you know what, this is not good for my health. I switched off the TV. I had a meeting. I was concentrating on the meeting. I didn't even touch my phone. I was like, I just want the result. And I had people texting in the group. I'm like, oh, this is. I didn't check anywhere to just call my phone. Like, I cannot do this. I live alone. I don't want to have IBP, hyper pressure. When this happens, before people find me, it will be too late. I was concentrating on the meeting. I was participating. I was acting. I was like, nothing comes. So I kind of decided to check. Like, okay, extra time, finish, still 1-1. Okay, there's still hope. But knowing how South Africa played the previous game, penalties, I was like, and I noted that the way to score this guy is to do what Bruno does before he kicks the ball, feign, body feign, and kick the ball, roll the ball into the net. I was like, hopefully my players would do that, but I didn't know what penalties. So I was like, okay. So statistically checked, and I saw 1-1. We scored ours. They scored theirs. I was like, no, they missed theirs.
They missed the first one.
Yeah, Murphy came in. So the subs were perfect. He brought in Murphy, brought in Aribo, brought in Ian Acho. Those three players like perfect. Brought in Kenneth Omero, perfect. Like that was perfect. So Murphy came in, rolled the ball into the net. I was like, okay. That's like, but I didn't watch it. I just saw one. Then I saw them miss. I was like, what? They missed? Okay. I was like, well, it's just the beginning. That's normal. Like, that's. Then I did not check again till the end of the game. And I picked my phone. I checked. Oh, Omero scored his own. They scored theirs. Well, I not missed. Wow. Missed. Then they missed that. Like, okay, balance. Then 2 seconds scored. Then he scored. Now, senior man took his penalty. And this man has not played any minutes. And he scored. The way he jubilated, you would think he scored a 9-minute goal in the World Cup final.
But pretty much, that's
so
almost
hilarious. It was so hilarious. It was so hilarious. But yeah, it was hectic. And Nigerians went to the South Africans on X, formerly known as Twitter. They went in on them, and it was an interesting night. I really enjoyed it. I was like, yes, okay. Now let's go to the final. At this point, I feel like it's a championship winning side. That's how you play in this kind of short tournament where you don't concede too many goals. You know what you do. Have maturity to feel the game. Don't allow your emotions affect the game. At one point in time, emotion was kind of shaky, but we were able to hold our nerves, and I'll say kudos to those guys. Yeah,
like great summary. I'll give you that. But so far, like, yes, you said championship, but one thing I know I've been seeing online is that we're not scoring as much as we expect.
Yeah.
So I don't know how. Well, our defense has been our saving grace for the majority of the tournament, which obviously to win competitions like this, you need great defense. Yep. So give them their credit. But attack, I think we need more goals to our game. Especially against Ivory Coast. So far, I've been seeing like their score lines, them either coming back or like they're relentless. So if it seems like that, we just need to kill them off.
So to say something about that, our defense has been, I would say, probably the best because we have the highest goal scorer in our team in the T.O.W.N. And
wait, he's the highest goal scorer.
Yeah.
in tournaments.
No, for Nigeria.
Oh, I was about to say.
So I think it's between him and Lukman.
I think Lukman should be, because I think Lukman has more than 3 goals.
Yeah, I think Lukman has 3 goals though.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know how I would say it's because of how do I explain this? It's not like we're not attacking. We're attacking. We are doing well. But the problem is our decision making is very horrible in the final third. We have Mr. Simon, who, when he gets the ball, he makes the extra touch when he's supposed to cross the ball or make that quick pass. Even Lukman did not come to party. And Lukman is one of the players that I'm like, okay, this guy has been very good in this tournament. But against South Africa, he didn't come to the party at all. He did not. Because there were times where he was holding on to the ball too long. He wasn't making the right passes, the right decisions. Moses Simon, like I'm not expecting anything from that guy. But then I brought in Chukwueze to continue doing the same thing. Then this guy had one-on-one. Lukman had one-on-one. That game should have ended. He had one-on-one. And I felt like he thought he could round the keeper, or maybe because it's one leg player, so he just flubbed his lines. But
part of the sport.
It's part of the sport. So going forward, attacking, we're doing well. We just need to make right decisions. And throughout this tournament, you will not believe it. Osimhen has not been one-on-one with the keeper. You will not believe it. Like the only chances he has been having, which I feel like he needs to do better, is crosses coming in and him not having the right contact. Is either nodding it out or like over the bar or not on target, going wide. You need to like when the few times where he needed to like nod the ball down. That would have been a goal.
But you saying him not having one-on-one this entire competition, that's hard to believe, but I'll take your word for it since I haven't.
No, for real, it's been. I would say maybe one or twice, but yeah, you can quote me on it. He has not had a good like chance that we say, okay, this guy should bury this as a striker. Nope.
Either way, I think Osimhen is we regard Osimhen as an elite striker. So
yeah.
I would have expected a little more goals from him, but it is what it is. As long as he's still having an impact to the game, we appreciate that. So,
but it's funny because most of our goals have come from his tenacity, either him getting the penalties or doing assists or hold on play. Mm-hmm. So he's been doing his job. Like I'm not saying anything. So I guess Ivory Coast, I will not be surprised if Ivory Coast wins it because they are the hosts and they've come back from the dead.
AFCON has been interesting though. Don't they? Aren't they the team that fired their coach?
Yes, they fired a coach.
And all of a sudden they just started doing well.
Yes, yeah, they had to like get another coach to the next round.
Madness.
They thought they had been out of development. So Sebastian Haller is like almost getting, I think it's back to himself. Yeah. So I'll not be surprised. Honestly, at this point, I'm fulfilled as a Nigerian supporter. We've done really, really well. We've exceeded expectations. I'm not sure there's any Nigerian, maybe a few, that would say Nigeria will be in the final.
Yeah, I don't think we're not the favorites. All the favorites have been knocked out since like quarterfinals.
Yes, I would say because Morocco was like okay. The team to go to country to go all the way. We had Egypt because of heritage.
But I would say Senegal, yeah, exactly.
We had Senegal,
was one of the teams for sure.
Yeah, we had Senegal. We had Mali.
All these teams, heritage teams, Algeria,
yes.
I think
Tunisia,
all those guys.
So the moment those guys were out, I was like, yeah, this is like opportunity because we always struggle against Northern African countries.
For sure.
So and also feel like when we play in West Africa, right? Mm-hmm. Usually like North Africans don't really do well in West Africa in AFCON.
Why is that?
I don't know. There should be some explanation for that, but they don't do well.
Is there some temperature difference or something?
Maybe the weather, maybe the terrain, maybe something, but they don't do well.
But would you say this is like one of the best AFCON so far?
This is the best. This is the best. Like knowing how technology has come into play, knowing how the drama has gone, knowing how everybody has played, and even the gameplay has been superb, has been better than in the past. So personally, yes, I think so. This is my opinion. This is my opinion.
Fair enough.
That's my opinion. So yeah, I'll be surprised. I'll be surprised if Ivory Coast, wins. But if Nigeria wins, it's icing on the cake. Honestly.
Yeah, I although I haven't seen a lot of the games or whatever, I would expect Nigeria to win it. I think down the line we'll give it our all. As long as our defense is still staying intact as they have been doing all competition long, I think we have a great chance.
Mm-hmm. So there's a joke I saw. Please. There's a joke on X, formerly known Twitter. Formerly known as Twitter. Ghana jollof rice made with Cameroon pepper.
Oh yeah, so that
and antelope meat while listening to Ourpiano.
Yeah, that's really and the guy had like 3 plates of food.
Yes, love it.
That was hilarious.
Love it.
So that was funny.
Yeah, there's this I would say story for Ivory Coast, Cote d'Ivoire. So they lost 4-0 to Equatorial Guinea. Lost 2 of their group games. Finished third.
Yeah, they lost 2 of their group games. I thought they won 1, drew 1, and lost.
They lost 2 because they finished third. Manager resigned.
Okay.
Considered in the 4th minute against Senegal, and you're like, okay, that's all. But they went on to win on penalties. Came back against Mali with 10 men. And they've only won 1 game within 90 minutes. And that's in the group stage.
Interesting.
So yeah, it's gonna be a good fairy tale story.
When we met them, did we beat them?
We beat them. We beat them 1-0.
Okay.
Yeah, we beat them 1-0.
Okay.
So it'll be a nice fairy tale. But when you come back and meet a team you met in a group stage, it's always very difficult to beat them. Very, very
but
difficult.
There's also a stat that says the last time we met Ivory Coast in Nations Cup, we went all the way to win it.
Yes. So we met them when we won it last time. I think we met them in quarterfinals or semifinals. I can't remember.
Was it
semifinals?
Anyway.
Was semifinals? Yeah, semifinals. Yeah, that game was like that was the game that we needed to win. Once we won that game, we're like, we're winning this tournament. But this is different because they don't have they have players who are I would say they're like workers. They know how to grind. Their players know how to grind. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting.
Yeah.
Before we predict the EPL games, who do you have for Super Bowl?
I'm just going to go I'm going to go for the underdogs, for the Niners.
Okay. Well,
but
I'll keep going.
Everybody expects Chiefs. I'll just go for the Niners. It's boring just picking those guys.
I'll stick to the popular
bandwagon.
Popular pick. Yeah, bandwagon. Yes. Yeah. So let's quickly just do this. Time is fast spent. Manchester City, Everton. Who are you picking?
City
too. But it's an interesting game. Fulham, Bournemouth.
I don't know if Bournemouth has plateaued, but they are falling behind recently. I'll go with a draw.
Yeah, same here, draw. Liverpool, Burnley.
Liverpool.
You guys have to win that game.
We're bouncing back for sure.
Luton Town, Sheffield.
Luton Town. What?
Luton Town is at home. Yeah.
Regardless where they are.
Yeah, Luton Town. And it's very difficult to play them when they are home. Tottenham, Brighton. That's another good game.
Yeah, some will be back. Well, Tottenham. Both of them like bass boost, man.
Exactly. So that game was very interesting, but I feel like Brighton just run rings around them again. But I'll pick Brighton.
I would say Tottenham because I think they have they edge them with the quality.
If Tottenham plays the same way they play against Everton, they will chop correct beating.
5-0. Keep this in mind, right? Everton and Brighton are different teams.
Yes,
Brighton would play in a similar fashion to Spurs. They want to go and attack as well. So it's like you can't. It's not apples to apples. I'll go with Spurs though. I think
I'll go with Brighton.
Probably be a high scoring game.
A very high scoring game, not like probably. It's going to be high scoring because both of them they just want to just play in the middle. Yes, Brentford.
Wolves is my team this year. Man. Wolves.
Yeah, I pick Wolves too. Wolves. Nottingham Forest, Newcastle.
Nottingham Forest.
I want to beat Nottingham Forest too, but Newcastle, man.
Nottingham Forest.
Let me pick Newcastle. Okay. But I would love the Nottingham Forest to win though. Yeah. I would love them to win, but I'll pick Newcastle. So on Sunday, West Ham, Arsenal.
I am going to say a draw.
I think Arsenal will beat them.
They don't
have players. Yeah, they don't have players.
Yeah, fair.
They don't have players. Arsenal. Aston Villa United. Aston Villa is at home.
That's actually a big game. I'll say the game they just played yesterday is skewing my thinking, but I would say Aston Villa.
Okay.
Probably a 2-1.
Let me just stick with United. Let's see if Aston Villa will make the same mistake they did against us. But the problem is once Aston Villa wakes up like this and turn up, it's going to be very difficult for United.
Yeah.
But we'll see. This game will make me know if T.O.W.N is a good manager or not. Crystal Palace, Chelsea.
Oh my god!
The game of dreadlocks. Game of dreadlocks. Battle of dreadlocks. You know who is who.
I'll say Chelsea because Crystal Palace is going to be without Eze, Olise, their centre back is it? Bro, I can't pronounce his name. Gewin or something like that. So they are missing 3 major key players. So
yeah, with that information, knowing Chelsea now, they are fighting each other, but I feel like they'll come together again because Thiago Silva's wife is causing problem. But I feel like Chelsea will win this game.
I'll go with Chelsea.
Yeah, I feel like Chelsea will win. Yeah. So one more thing: when Nigeria was playing South Africa, like half of the team has Dada. I don't know who was who. I know they were playing rubbish. So I was like, okay, was this Lukman or was this Simon? I don't know, or was it Chukwueze? I don't know who was playing rubbish. All of them were just doing the same thing. I was like,
speaking of AFCON, you just reminded me. We have to give credit to South Africa though. Having more than 80% of their players playing in their league.
Yes.
That's I think they deserve all the credit they can get.
Yeah.
All the accolades, all the credits. Like that's a great fit. Very, 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 very impressive.
And during the run up to this game, the game before game against Nigeria, they played good football. Like I saw that game, like South Africa played good football. So I'm not surprised.
That's what I heard. That's what I heard.
But just that Nigeria just knows how to just throw spanner into the work, scatter everything, and you won't understand what's going on.
Aggressive.
It just we're not even aggressive, but just like playing, and they don't understand what's going on. Like Anyways, thank you for.
There's one more. Is that all the games?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. Nice.
Did you think about another game? That's all the games.
Oh no, that was it.
Yeah, that's all the games. The Champions League is back.
Bro, can't wait.
It's back. Yeah. Is the team in Champions League?
No, we're not. We're not. Doesn't mean I don't appreciate it. Doesn't mean I don't appreciate the tournament.
Anyways.
Are you there?
Forget about us.
Wait, are you there?
Forget about us. Are
you there? The Champions League is back.
Yeah, it's back, but your team is not there. So it's both of us now. It's both of us. Anyways, thank you for coming through, and thank you for everyone for listening to these special episodes.
Yeah.
Keep praying for us. Support Nigeria. Support United.
Nigeria.
The 2 teams are playing well. The teams are playing well. So once it's good for one, it's good for another. Nigeria plays after United, right? Let me check the time. I think Nigeria plays after United on Sunday.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Let me check the time.
That's good.
Yeah, Nigeria plays after United. It can get really good, or can get horrible wrong.
We'll see. That should be good. That should be a good one.
Sunday we go good. Now Wednesday we go no. So
weekend we go good.
Weekend, we gonna go good. Now Wednesday we go no. Anyways, thank you everyone for listening to this episode. Hopefully to be back. Yeah.
All right, man.
Thanks.
Bye.